Hello and welcome to my first ever Q&A on this channel. I wanted to make this video as a sort of introductory to me and to the channel because in my 9 years of videos and everything on YouTube, I've never actually sat down and talked to the camera out of character. I've always been in character, whether it's Ned or Joe or Orange Shriek, what have you. So I just wanted to make this video, which will feature a Q&A in the middle, just to kind of get to know me, because anybody who doesn't know me personally and watches my content is going to be like, what the hell is wrong with this kid? Because some of the content I make is really obscene, especially like the Joe stuff. So I wanted to make this video as a means to understand where I'm coming from, what it is I do, why I do what I do, and yeah. So I made my channel in 2010, and I was 10 at the time. I'm 19 now, and I think originally I intended the channel to be gaming or something. But yeah, it's evolved from a non-existent gaming channel to a channel where I post videos with my friends and my cousin Mikey, to a large void of nothing for about 5 years, to a random Joe video, to a bunch of superhero movies named after fruits, to this video. So it's definitely evolved a lot over the years. Been kind of more active on my Ned channel. Not recently though. I kind of stopped making videos because, to be honest, I got out of the whole video making thing. I'm more of a filmmaker now because video making is so, like, I don't know if it's the right word, but meticulous, or I don't know. It's if you're gonna be a video maker on YouTube, you need to have a strict schedule. Like, ooh, new videos every Wednesday, every Friday. But if you break that, you're not going to go back on that schedule, because it's, at least for me anyway, it's so forced. And that's why I just kind of make videos whenever I want to. But recently I've been doing films, and I haven't really had time to make videos, and that's why I haven't really uploaded a Ned video, God, since like 2017. But yeah, but at the end of the day, I do want to continue down the filmmaking path. I really enjoy filmmaking. I think it's a good hobby of mine, and I think it could be a good like career choice. So I definitely want to go down that line, continue down it, and yeah, just try to make the best of it that I can. So now we're going to get into the Q&A. Again, I've only picked 10 questions because I know if I picked any more, or if I ramble on about stuff, this video is going to be like 45 minutes long. So I'm going to try to keep it brief as possible, try not to ramble, just get right through them. First question, how many films do you have planned for the future? I'm actually going to get into that towards the end of the video. I copied off of Marvel and designed my own movie lineup slate. And yeah, I don't want to go into too much, but it'll be towards the end of the video. I'll go into future films and everything then. Do you prefer working on Ned or Smoothies films? Probably Smoothies films, only because I don't have to go outside, I don't have to buy costumes. All I really have to do is just have internet connection, PSN, and the cooperation of certain friends who help me on the films. But yeah, I mean, I like doing the Ned films. I do like live action, of course, but just because it's more or less simple, I like doing the Smoothies films a lot more. Favorite film that you've done? Probably A Very Ned Movie 2, The Cursed Doll. There's just something about that film. Even though the audio is so quiet and messed up, it there's just something about it that it's so goofy, but at the same time, it's a decent film. And it was also one of the most easiest that I've worked on because it was filmed in one night, and editing it only took like a week, and because it's kind of, it's shorter, but just something about it's just funny. I just wish the audio was louder because it's so quiet, and I think that kind of turned people away a bit. But yeah. But yeah, I definitely want to do more horror comedy in the future, kind of like Evil Dead 2. Not necessarily Ned related, could be something completely new. But yeah, definitely will keep that idea open for the future. What the fuck? Why do you like the color orange so much? I don't know. I mean, ever since I was a toddler, I've been in love with it. Orange flavored stuff, the fruit. Actually, fun fact, this might shock some people, but orange is actually not my favorite fruit. That would be an apple. I don't know why. Because oranges are only good in summertime, when the weather's warmer and everything. But with an apple, you could eat it like any time of the year and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the color orange, the scent orange, flavor orange, it's great. Do you have any projects coming up that are not Ned or Smoothies related? I've actually been writing some scripts on my laptop for, like, in the distant future when I have an actual budget and people to work with, a better editing system. Surprisingly, most of it is horror, which isn't something I thought I'd be doing. I thought I'd be doing more like the comedic route, but yeah, I definitely have a lot of stuff in store, movie-wise. I have this idea book, obviously, what it says. I have about, I think it's about this. It's 200 pages, 80 sheets. Yeah. I've had it for a couple years now, and so far this much has been filled up. Which does not seem like much, but it's half the book. Yeah, I have so many great ideas, but the only downside of it is that I don't have a budget. I don't have After Effects or Premiere Pro. I still edit everything on Movie Maker, Windows Movie Maker, and it is so irritating, and I hate editing, but in the future, that's why I'm making scripts instead of actually doing it, because I know that these ideas that I have deserve better treatment, so I'm kind of reserving them for the future, and hopefully they'll turn out good. What filmmakers inspire you and why? In no particular order, that would be Stanley Kubrick, Sam Raimi, and Zack Snyder. I like Stanley Kubrick because he is such a perfectionist, and when I'm filming things or editing, I try to make it as perfect as possible, and I kind of feel like him. And yeah, like almost, all of his films are beautiful. They were really ahead of its time, and yeah, good stuff. Sam Raimi, again, with Evil Dead, I love that series, and his Spider-Man trilogy I grew up with, and just his way of doing things and his sense of humor isn't forced, it's not cringy like some movies today. But But yeah, I just grew up with him. He's awesome, great inspiration. And with Zack Snyder, his films have a lot of depth and a lot of symbolism, and you either love him or you hate him, but most of his work, again, has depth, has symbolism, and this bad boy right here, again, you either love it or you hate it. With that film, it taught me that every movie has a certain cinematic language to it, and that there's more to a movie than what you see and what you hear, and not everything should be spoon-fed to you. You should be thinking about it, and kind of, guessing, should leave you thinking, and again, shouldn't be spoon-fed. It's the whole point of deep, meaningful, symbolic movies. So, from those three directors, you get the perfectionist, I don't want to say this like it's a bad thing, the goofy, because he has a lot of humor in his films, and then you have the symbolic. So, yeah. Of course, there are other directors and everything that I like, that I look up to, and whose films I just enjoy, but those three in particular are really awesome. Most irritating experience when working on a film. One time when I was filming the original Ned movie, I went down to the beach for the weekend and was going to get some great shots on the beach and everything. And the beach is 2 hours away from my house, by the way. So I pack all my stuff, tripod, camera, outfits for the whole weekend, movie and non-movie related. And what else? GorillaPod, which I'm filming on right now, my camera, the Ned glasses, everything, Christmas Pig, and I finally get down there to the beach, 2-hour drive, I unpack everything, I go to start filming, and I don't have my Ned glasses. I left them at home. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. So, I think that's why I've kind of developed OCD when packing props and everything for a film, because God forbid you lose one important prop, that's it. There's no point in filming because you don't have the prop, and it's just like a waste of energy and transportation, and at the end of the day it's like a wasted trip. I actually made something when filming A Very Ned Movie 3, which I will get to at the end of the video. This prop box. This is the top of it. Dami Wami's props keep out. And the box, pretty much the same thing. Dami Wami's props. Yeah, because it's like, I just shoved everything in the box. Don't touch it, because if you touch it, something might fall out, might get lost, might get left behind at home. So that's what I mean by like OCD. I just, don't touch my stuff when I'm filming. Do you have a partner that supports you and your films? Yes, I do. Her name's Nicole. She's a real sweetheart. She voices Pink Lemonade in the Smoothies films. Here's a picture of her. And this one, I like this one. She, I'm not gonna lie, she really hates doing the voiceover work, but she said she does it because she loves me, so that's that. What made you pick Super Jump for Orange Shriek's Power? I film most of the GTA movies and Smoothie movies in Rockstar's director mode, so in director mode you can activate a few cheats, and the cheats in director mode are invincibility, super jump, super punch, and flaming and explosive bullets. So I just used what I had basically, and I used super jump or I picked super jump and invincibility. Final question, wouldn't it be funny if Michael was allergic to oranges? Yes, it would be. So yes, that wraps up the Q&A. I might do a second one in the future that features more questions, not so much, more personal ones, not so much about like the films and movies and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna show the trailers now for the little announcements and everything that I was gonna make, and after that I will show the lineup and go from there. So I'll see you after the trailers are done. So yes, that was Prologue and Parallel Ned Dawn of Tyranny. Those two films, oh my god. Prologue is going to be 2 hours long, and I'm not over-exaggerating, that is fact. Well, I mean, it's an hour and 53 minutes long, but nonetheless, it's 2 hours long, pretty much. But, yeah. Oh my god, it took like 2 months to edit that, and it was so, again, with Movie Maker, it took ages to make. So, a lot of work went into that. Biggest cast of any Smoothies film. It's has Huang as its main protagonist, and yeah, it's not your average Smoothies film, but it's really good. And I don't want to say too much, because even though it's a really long film, its plot is kind of like, it's based around one thing, and that's Huang's, how he meets Orange Shriek, and it's obviously a prequel to Orange Shriek, and just kind of how both of them met, and how everything came to be in the Smoothies world. So, Parallel Ned Dawn of Tyranny. I filmed that back-to-back with Joe the Movie last year, in 2018. And, I really procrastinated on it, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, there's a lot of layers to it, and it's the penultimate movie to the final Ned film, which is A Very Ned Movie 3. And it's pretty special. It's got a lot to it. It's not too long, but at the same time, I don't want to say too much because it might spoil it, but I think people are going to really like it. So here is the lineup. Obviously, it goes way back to A Very Ned Movie from 2015 to A Very Ned Movie 3, The Invasion, which will come out in 2021. Now, this is what I like to call stage 1 for the Nedverse. The Nedverse is the collective universe shared by all my creations. So every video, every movie I release takes place within the Nedverse, unless if I, state otherwise. So that means Orange Shriek and the Smoothies, Joe, Ned, all of them that you've seen in my films and everything and videos all take place within the same world. I call it the Nedverse instead of something like, the Domino-verse, because Ned was the first character and it started with him. Now, after Parallel Ned comes Spyware. Back in March of 2019, Callum and Will, who voice and play Banana Man and Vivian, left the Smoothies project to creative differences, to say the least. So since they left the project, I will be disposing all the characters that they made or contributed to in the film Spyware. Mainly because, they're not my characters. I don't own them. I don't, since they left, I don't want to do anything with them. I'd rather focus on my original work, regardless. So, while it's unfortunate that they left and that their characters will be removed or disposed of, there's still plenty in store content-wise for the Smoothies. Lily, Reese, Jed, Bailey, Tia, Nicole, many others are all working on these next few films and bringing their talent or ideas to the table, whether it's voice work, lines, ideas for a script or a concept, you name it. They've been very instrumental this year, those people, and yeah. After Spyware, we have The Ballad of the Red Chili, and it will focus on a new smoothie that I created I think it's about a month now. I think I created him in July. He's obviously called the Red Chili. I'm working on a script at the moment, but I can't really say much. All I can say is that he'll be the main character, and from the get-go, from the very start, I made sure that I didn't want the film to be, dark and gloomy like Orange Shriek. I wanted it to be kind of funny. So it's going to be sort of like a comedy film. It's going to be, it's not going to take itself too seriously. I promise that's not the route that I'm going down with all the future films. In fact, Prologue is going to be kind of doom and gloom like Orange Shriek. And I say like it's, a depressing movie. It's really not. They all the films are different and unique in their own way. But, yeah, Prologue's serious, Spyware's kind of silly, the Red Chili is downright stupid funny, and so that is the last film before 0 Hour. So 0 Hour's up next. It will be the final Smoothies film, and it will bring everything pretty much full circle. I don't want to say too much again because I don't want to spoil it, but basically all the Smoothies films since Orange Shriek and Prologue will be leading up to this one epic finale. I'm gonna try to do like the best I possibly can on the script. It's gonna be very serious, it's gonna be very dark, and all I can say about the main villain, because you know, now that Banana Man and Vivian, especially Vivian, he's gonna be out of the picture by then, you know, the Smoothies need the next big bad guy. So since it's not gonna be Vivian, we have this guy. All I can say is that his name's in the title, Zero, and he has made and will make several more appearances before that film. All I can say is that if you've watched the post-credit scenes for Orange Freak and Festive Monster, you already know what he looks like. So that's all I can say. Finally, A Very Ned Movie 3, The Invasion. Now, The Invasion is the title I'm going with right now. I'm not the biggest fan of the title, because it sounds kind of bland, like, okay, well, what's the invasion of, you know? But the invasion sums up what happens in the movie. There's an invasion. I can't say what. All I can say is that you're gonna have to watch Parallel Ned for it to make sense. So, if you want to watch A Very Ned Movie 3 and have any of it make sense, you more or less need to watch all the previous stuff, live action wise. All I can say about A Very Ned Movie 3 is that a lot of time and effort has gone into making it. The idea came to me all the way back in 2013, and I started working on the script in 2016 after I had finished A Very Ned Movie 2 script, and I finally finished the script for A Very Ned Movie 3 in 2018. The script ended up being 96 pages long. So that's a pretty thick script. I filmed most of the movie last year, 2018. I filmed over 10 hours of footage, and I plan to film even more stuff later this year and next year in 2020, which will basically be ambient footage and just stuff to kind of make the film feel more alive. But everything that I've already filmed, like the main bulk of the film, has already been completed. So I'm not really sure how long the final cut will be, or if I'll release a kind of shortened version and then release a director's cut in the future. But regardless of whatever happens, however it'll turn out, it'll definitely be an eventful movie. Finally, for Joe the Movie 2, which is not on this list, I am working on a script right now, and I have big plans for Joe. He may not have another movie in Stage 1. What you see might be what you get in this roster, but I'm definitely working on ideas and concepts for Stage 2 of the Nedverse, and I think Joe will definitely be a main character within that stage. So that is it. Thank you for watching. If you don't follow me on Instagram, Twitter, I have 2 Instagrams, my movie one, my personal one, and my Twitter. Definitely go check them out, follow them. If you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do. Smash that like button. I don't want to start sounding like, you know, cringy YouTubers who are desperate for likes and everything, but I will leave you with a little teaser for what's to come in the Smoothies. I'm gonna turn this to color real quick, and this is the official Smoothies logo. I really like this, and you will see this in the future films, and yeah. So, that is it. Thank you for watching. I hope I didn't ramble too much. I hope you didn't fall asleep halfway through this. Fun fact, I actually filmed this video about 4 times on several different nights. I've been trying to perfect it as much as possible, and yeah, try to get my points across clearly as possible as well. So, yeah, I'm gonna go before I have a heat stroke. I will be seeing you in the next video, probably. Prologue will hopefully, well, it's scheduled to come out in October, late October. I'll try to get Parallel Ned done this year. I hope to God I do. It's going to be a pain to edit it, but I will prevail. But yeah. Think that's about it. I will see you in the next video. I've probably said this like 3 times now. I'm sorry. I'm going to go. Again, before I have a heat stroke, one final thing. New Jersey sucks. Please subscribe. And